always wildly nervous now when I go live for the first time on YouTube from this office and we're not coming from or to Twitch. I'll explain why. We've been doing Twitch streams, right? We've been doing hobby content in Twitch streams. And I'm always slightly nervous because there's a bunch of settings I need to change. So I have to kind of sit here and be like, is it all working okay? Is everything giving me green and acceptable and excellent? And it seems to be working. I've also dicked around a little bit, right, with the stream. So normally what happens is I sit here in essentially complete silence unless Amy goes off. And the only other person I get to talk to is Luce. I sit here in complete silence. And when I was streaming the other day on Monday, I was like, I don't think it would be that much of an issue for me to have the music, which is the background track for you guys, coming out the speakers at me. There's almost no way this microphone's going to pick it up with my speakers. So I'm super quiet, but it means I can hear it. I don't have awkward silence now, and I can listen to Vinny's music in the background as well. There's two things I need to know. Firstly is, can you hear it? Secondly, are you getting a weird echo? The latter one I think is almost definitely a no. I'm pretty sure, after some testing, I'm pretty sure you definitely won't be able to hear it. But the first one is, can you still hear it? I think you can. I just need to know, because I don't like silent talking head streams. I like a little bit of quiet backing tracks, specifically from Vinny Camilleri. Again, it's the link at the bottom of the video description. I'm just shouting him out because I had it on there. I haven't listened to it for a while because, like I said, I have it on in the background and I don't ever hear it. And a couple of people said recently, oh, I know what I've done here. Hang on. A couple of people said to me recently that output video. Oh, it won't let me change it now to 4K output because I forgot one setting, chat. Told you I forgot one setting. We're not going to worry about changing that. We're just going to not do 4K today. We're going to go 13500 and not do 4K today, so we can appease the YouTube gods because I don't want to stop the stream, start streaming again. So basically, I had it on the other day because I haven't listened to it for a while. I was like, it's actually really good stuff, and I want to shout about it again. So there you go. Right, I've had to adjust the kilobytes per second. Slightly lower quality today, simply because I have to downscale the Twitch to 1440p, and I forgot to upscale. I remembered the stream key. I remembered the kilobytes per second. I forgot the output scale. I'm sorry. I think 1440p is still better than what most people do. Right? Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us, you wonderful human beings. Tonight, what I want to talk about is the new Kill Team box, which they released on a Warcom article this last weekend, saying that it's going to go up for pre-order on Saturday, okay? This Kill Team box, if you are unaware of it, includes 3 main components. A new kit for the Eldar Striking Scorpions that will be in plastic, and yes, I did many, many, many dances for joy when I first saw that they were bringing out plastic Striking Scorpions. The second part of that kit is Sculpts for Space Marines, upscaled, new, tidier Sculpts for Space Marines. And the third component is essentially Adeptus Mechanicus style-y kind of terrain, all boxed together in a Kill Team box. Now, I have a question on stream tonight, chat. This question is actually for you, okay? I don't know where I sit on this, and I constantly tennis back and forth as to where I sit on this. And actually, what I really want is your opinion, okay? So, if you look at the title of the stream tonight, it says, New Sculpts locked behind the Kill Team paywall. What I haven't specifically said is whether that is a good or bad thing. I can't view your mug in full 4K. What's the point? Unsubscribe. I'm sorry. Look how close we are to 29,000. Do you reckon you lot tonight can get 17 more people to come and join the channel during the stream just so we can hit 29,000 on stream? That'd be amazing. Escape, I'm getting to that, don't worry. So what I didn't put in the title was any kind of bias as to whether I think it's a good thing or whether I think it's a bad thing, okay? I have a gut instinct that says that they released them in this big box set to start with because, simply put, they know that there will in fact be Eldar players out there, for example, who will buy the Kill Team box set with no desire to ever build or paint the Scouts and probably not even using the terrain, and therefore will ship it off to other people, sell it on eBay. But from Games Workshop's perspective, at least, they have sold another Kill Team box at an inflated price. I don't know how much this box is going to be honest with you, but they've sold another Kill Team box. So on the one side, I feel like it's a bit of a shitty sales technique. We know people want these new sculpts, specifically the Scorpions, People have been waiting for plastic Scorpions a lot longer than people have been waiting for updated Scouts, because let's be honest, Scouts had a plastic kit. So on the one hand, I feel like they're doing it because they know they'll sell, despite the fact that not necessarily all of the box is desirable. And I feel like they know that if they sold the Scorpion kits as individual model kits off the bat, then perhaps they wouldn't sell so many Kill Team boxes. That's my one kind of side of the fence that I'm sat on right now, where I think, is that a dick move? Is that something that is a shitty sales technique? Because it does encourage a bunch of people to buy a box set that perhaps they don't want. There's a couple of issues here as well, right? Firstly, it kind of shows Kill Team as potentially being more popular than it actually is. Because I would imagine with things like the Kazakin, when they were busted broken in 9th edition for Guard, they came out in a Kill Team box. And other different units like that, it means they sell a ton of boxes and the game looks really... Kill Team as a game looks really popular. But actually, people really only wanted the Kazakin for 40k rules. So on the one hand, I feel like it could be considered a bit of a dick move. On the other hand, nobody is forcing anybody to actually buy that box. You do not need to buy the new Kill Team box. And so they're getting it out early. They want to sell the boxes. You don't have to. And I think if history shows us anything, we know that the individual units will be eventually released as a separate standalone kit. So on the flip side, I'm thinking to myself, I mean, we kind of know what happens now. We kind of know how they operate. And we know that at some point in the near future, they're going to bring it out as a separate box. So is it that much of a problem? Because we could, let's be honest, it's not life or death. We could just wait for the separate kits to come out and buy those. Let's face it, most people aren't going to. Right? So is it dick move, or is it fair enough because they want to sell those boxes and they're a company that needs to make money from selling product and we don't have to buy them? I don't know where I sit on it. I'm not sure. Let me know. Anyway, if you haven't already, 185 people in chat right now. If you haven't already, you can smash all the magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit that like if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, we're chasing those 30,000 subs by New Year's. We're not going to do it at this rate, but we tried. And finally, hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. I'm going to start... I'm going to start a new poll in a brief moment to say whether you guys think it's a good move that they should, or it's an accept, not a good move. Okay, let's get rid of this. It's a good move thing out of our heads. Is it an acceptable move, or is it just a dick move? Right? That's really my question that I can't decide on, because. I mean, Datsun Desert says it normally works out cheaper than buying the two kits separately. Great if you want both. There is positives to the box set. You get terrain out of it as well if you want some extra terrain. And I would argue that if you bought the box set, sold the Scout separately, or sold the Scorpion separately, depending on your preference, and sold the terrain, you'd probably actually end up getting it for a steal. It's just a little bit more work for you to get to that point, whereby you probably ended up buying whichever kit it is you want for cheaper than you would actually buy it as a separate kit. So there are positives, or is it just a dick move? Anyway, I'm going to put a poll up in just a minute. I'm going to type that out any minute. And we'll just discuss that tonight whilst also talking about other shit all night. By the way, that's what we're going to do here tonight. Because the countdown to Christmas is coming, and I am very excited for Christmas. It's my birthday as well. It's birthday, chat. My birthday's coming. It's coming. We're counting down. Lucy's about to take the dog for a little stroll around the block. She'll be 10 minutes, and then she'll come and join us as well. So at some point later, Luke will join us, and we'll have a Luke fact. So, you know, don't panic. That noise you just heard was her just whipping rubbish out of the room because she's been on a deep clean frenzy today. Anyway, thank you so much to Stu Will for the 5 gifted memberships and to Jill for the 5 gifted off the bat. You people are absolutely incredible. I have set a slightly different target. Normally it's 100 members a night, but you lot slacked. I say you lot. Last night's chat slacked. I have no idea if it's you guys or not. Last night's chat slacked, right? So the new stream title, the new target title tonight is Saving the Slackers. Okay? Would normally be 100, set it to 130, so we can make up the difference for last night's failed target. Slackers. Slackers. Right, I'm going to type a poll out, and then I'll talk to you people and start reading some of the comments out. In addition, if you really desperately want to get your point across, don't forget you can obviously stick out big, colourful postcards. No matter what the value of the postcard is, super chats, by the way, for those speaking English, I'll make sure they do get read out. If, however, you super chat $9.99 US or higher, Amy will read it out for you to me and will actually interrupt me. It's very rude, but she does. Right, poll. Start a poll. Selling new kits in Kill Team boxes only to start. Evil. Vinny's music's very good. Acceptable. I speed typed that, so I have no idea if it's spelt correctly, but we're just going to go with it and stick the poll up. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks, Go For It, Payton. Brian Hall, there's no reason for a generic group of striking scorpions to be dedicated kill team staff. I saw a comment as well right before the stream started about the striking scorpions sculpts, okay? And I have to say, I'm actually borderline inclined to agree with what that comment said. They're not actually all that special. Typo. Which one's a typo? Oh, my God. Right, chat, stop. Stop. I'm ending it now. Stop. I'm doing it again. I can't leave that typo up there. That's an awful typo. I told you I speed type. Selling new kits exclusively. Selling new kits only in Kill Team boxes to start. Dick move acceptable. Acceptable. All right, okay. I didn't read the. Let's try this again, chat. We're trying it again. I can't allow swilling. He was reading. Thanks, G. Hey, I've got a GCSE in English. Shut up. Thank you, though, chat, for not letting me have 200 votes on it before I clicked on it. Interesting that I killed it at 44 votes with a 50-50 rate right then as well, right? Okay. I mean, they are a business. They'd be leaving money on the table if they didn't. Also, you have to buy them. So this is what I'm saying, Leaks. This is what I don't necessarily think it's a good move, but this is what I talk about when I talk about being acceptable. I am aware that they... An F doesn't count. Oh, okay. I'm aware that they are a business and they need to make money, and actually I want them to make money so they can continue to sustain me in the hobbies that I like. I fully enjoy 40k. I'm actually really enjoying 40k right now. I have an itch to play some Major Sigmar in the near future, so I'm enjoying that too. And I'm actually one of those people that's quite excited about Old World right now. So, like, I'm fully invested in GW's product, and I want them to continue to service me with good product and new product and look after me with new releases and updated sculpts. And so I want the business to do well, and I want the business to succeed, and I don't want the business to ever be at risk or in danger. So I get the fact that they're a business, they need to make money, and that's why I'm like, they don't just leave it behind the Kill Team paywall. History has shown us that they will bring them out as individual kits eventually, so we don't have to buy the Kill Team boxes to get hold of these sculpts in the long run. In the short term, if we really desperately want them as soon as they come out, we do. But in the long run, we don't have to. Like I said with Kazakin, came out in a big box for ages, couldn't get them forever, and then eventually they come out as a standalone kit. We know they're probably almost definitely going to come out as a standalone kit. So I'm not saying that it's a great move, but is it acceptable? That's the argument that I'm trying to put forward here. Because we know they're going to release them as individual kits. We're almost guaranteed that they're going to do that. Are we okay with the fact they do this first? Right? And I don't know where I sit. This is my problem. This is why I need you, chat. I don't know where I sit on this one. Because on the one hand, I'm like, you fuckers. Because that box will probably sell out in no time at all. And people that really want those Scorpion kits. And at that point, is it left money on the table? So if they release Kill Team box in limited numbers, if you look at the Karsakin release, that box was sold out forever. You couldn't get it anywhere, right? At that point, there's people literally spending 40, 50, 60 quid on eBay to buy the Kazakin kit. Surely that's money left on the table for GW. Because if they could just buy the Kazakin kit from GW directly, they wouldn't have been spending 50 quid on eBay. They just bought it from GW. So in that regards, maybe it's not the smartest move, actually, because it makes sense that they just sell it. But at the same time, if they're selling out of all those Kill Team boxes, if they sold that kit separately, would they still be selling out of all those Kill Team boxes? Do you see what I'm saying? And obviously, what I'm not considering right now, and a few of you have already put this in the chat already, is I'm not actually considering Kill Team players themselves, because I'm not a Kill Team player. So I don't know how many of them there is either. So pinch of salt there, right? I don't know how many Kill Team players there are.
I mean, don't they do this for every Kill Team box? I remember Death Corps of Krieg and Kazkan were in the same situation. Give them a little bit and they will be released separately. Snafu.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying though, Paul. That's what I'm saying. Like, we know that it's going to happen, so is it just acceptable now, or is this a full dick move? A better question is it acceptable that content creators get early access to these things and then they still get to play events? That's a whole other stream, Willow, and I could dive very deep into that one. It's not just models though, is it? To be fair, Willow, it's also things like having early access to rules, and historically, and some of them still get this as well, being playtesters of said rule sets and knowing what the rule set's going to be before it comes out, and the second that rule set drops, being able to go to a tournament with the latest broken list, because actually you've been able to play with that thing for the last 6 months. I have thoughts. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Holy fuck, there's 12 Kill Team players. Anyway, chat, there is in fact already, and I'm glad, I like to see it, a bunch of grey names in the chat, okay? So if you feel like loading those sniper rifles, if you yourself are a grey name and you want to be gifted a membership, !snipe me, all one word, to beg for a gifted membership. Or if you really want to support what we're doing here, oh, hang on, Mordy.
Kill Team started as a way to play a smaller game with your 40k models, then Warcry came out with all new models and GW realized that would make more money, so now we get model refreshes as premium Kill Teams. All greed.
Yeah, see, I kind of lean that way quite a lot about it. I kind of lean that way about it being a bit greedy, to be honest with you. And I think that Kill Team, if we took out the sales of Kill Team because people wanted 40k sculpts, I would be very interested to see then how Kill Team would fare as an individual game. My gut instinct is that it's not that popular. Almost no one that I talk back previous version of Kill Team, when it was more like 40k. Previous version of Kill Team, there was a meme that existed in the DZ Discord, hashtag just a Kill Team. People would be like, I'm just going to buy Kill Team because it's kind of mini 40k, and before you know it, they'd end up with 2,000 points of that army. I don't hear that anymore from almost anybody. I don't really hear that now. I don't hear people going, oh, I just wanted to Kill Team McCreek. Oh, whoops, I've got 2,000 points of guard. Like, I just don't think it exists like that anymore. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they went far too different with the Kill Team rules, and so people kind of got a bit like, well, it's a whole other game system to learn now. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do tend to lean towards the green thing, the greed thing. Matt Swain, thank you so much. He's become a member all by himself. Like I said, if you really, or like I was saying, if you really want to support the channel, if you really want to support the growth, what we're trying to do, what we're hoping to do, the community we're trying to build, the content we're trying to put out for you beautiful people, then consider becoming a member all by yourself if you're not already. We do give you Discord access for as low as $1.99, so super cheap. However, there are multiple tiers you can support us at that give you lots of different benefits and bonuses. So check them out, see what you fancy, potentially think about becoming a member all by yourself. If not, you might get lucky. One of our beautiful humans in chat might decide to try and snipe you and gift you force feed you one of our finest memberships, so you can come and hang out in the Great Hall more often. I'm really proud of what we're putting out right now. I'm aware the time of year it is and that people want to spend the money on their own presents for Christmas for their own family. I've got a studio to pay for, chat, all right? Come on. But thank you anyway for the generosity. Thank you, Esten, for the 5. What a hero. GW should have put them in the old world box to get people to buy that instead. Then you have to buy lots of old world models, unlike with Kill Team. I'm actually excited about it. So I actually spent some of today. I'll be honest with you. I do sometimes especially during Wednesdays when Luce is having her day off. I sometimes spend the time sat here, because I have to be available for the children on the Wednesday. Reading, researching, etc. And I actually spent a lot today reading through the Warhammer articles that came out quite a while ago that kind of read through the old world rule set. I will confess that at the moment, at least, that is a rule set that I am incredibly excited about, and I am genuinely really looking forward to the release of Old World, and I hope it gets slightly better support than Horus Heresy. I can't see it. I reckon it's going to get Heresy levels of support rather than AOS or 40k levels of support, but I really genuinely hope Old World gets a better level of support. I'm very excited about that rule set right now, having seen the snippet that's on the Warcom articles. Clearly, I could read that. I looked, to be fair, hands up, complete honesty, I was like, 10th looks incredible from the snippets that we saw. Bit of a car crash when it came out, right? Anyway, Paul, thank you for 5 more. It's also not just Kill Team, 40k and OS do it too. Big box releases on their own unique for months before the, yeah, exactly. So it's not the first time we've seen this, okay? We've seen this loads of times. Loads of times we've seen this. Brand new model ranges coming out in big boxes, and then they're not out on their individual sales for ages, and then we see them. Again, but this is the same, it's the same principle though, Paul, right? Genuinely the same principle. Is it acceptable or is it a dick move? And I really yo-yo between the two. On the one hand, I'm like, you motherfuckers, if I want that model or couple of models, I'm going to spend £100 or a couple of $100, whatever it is, to get hold of that single model that I want, and I really want it. And let's face it, as adults with money in our pockets, we're basically incredibly impatient children. I really want that new fucking kit, so I'm just going to buy the big box and either eBay the rest of it or have half a fucking box unbuilt sat in my house doing nothing. Okay, right? That's what happens often, right? It just, and perhaps that's just my impatience that's the problem. So on the flip side, it's like, is it acceptable for people? Like, it's just a sales technique. They know people really want those boxes. But then, and then I flip back over and I'm like, yeah, but then what you're doing is you're feeding scalpers, because scalpers will know that people will want individual sets. So what scalpers will do is buy the box and then just wildly overcost the individual sets on eBay. And I just flip back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure how I feel about it, which is why I've asked you, the audience, to tell me, dick move or acceptable. And it's interesting how evenly balanced it is on the poll right now. There's a 10% swing in it-ish. 57-43. Well, more than 10%, but you know what I mean, right? So it's quite close right now. Probably closer than I expected. Anyway, Big Bad Peter Game, thank you for the 2. It's a dick move. It should put on pre-order January. I wonder if... Okay, how would we feel about, right, if they put it up for order, whatever date it goes up for order. Let's say it's this new box, which we know goes up for pre-order on Saturday, the new Scorpions and the new Scouts, right? And what if they said it goes on order on the what is Saturday, the 14th, 15th, 16th of December, and by the blah 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 20th of January you'll be able to buy the individual kits. So we're gonna communicate to you when you get those individual kits. Well, that I feel like instantly makes it less of a dick move. But then again, they risk not selling those Kill Team boxes. People go, I've only got to wait 4 weeks and I'll get them anyway, 5 weeks. Right? Mordy Hammer, thank you for the gifted membership. Canoness Marcy with your little promotion there. Thank you for the gifted membership. You people are beautiful humans. And then Big Bag Peter Gaming, thank you for the 5 gifted. 18 new members tonight. Let's go. Come on. 130. We can do it. We can do it. Last night what happened is you all waited for Mikado to turn up and carry you all, and he didn't. So, just saying. I think it's fine, but the models in the Kill Team box or any box should not be tournament legal until you can buy them on your own. That's a fair point, Liberty Fires. Which kind of links to Willow's point, right? Is it a problem for people that can get their hands on them, like creators, that they become legal at tournaments if other people can't get their hands on them? If they ever send it to you, will you accept? Gaz, yeah, obviously. And it's not just because Scorpions are in it. As a channel, if they offer us any preview content which is related directly to the product that we cover and we play, I'm going to be saying yes because I want to be able to preview it. It doesn't make sense to the channel to turn it down. It just doesn't, to be fair. Like, it's bad business for the channel to say, hey, here's this brand new box which is relevant for 40k, and we're going to go, no thanks, don't want it. Brandon, thank you for the 5 gifted. Fucking legend. We're going to make this a membership. What do they call it when they do subathons? They call it, don't they? Is that what they call it? Is that the word I'm looking for? Subathons. Should do a memberathon. You can just wave your members in front of me. Anthony, thank you for the 5. Still can't get Venom Crawlers by themselves, and they came out years ago. Are they still on the box? Are they still on the sprue with the... Do they come in a box now with Venom Crawlers and Obliterators? So if you want Obliterators, you've got to buy Venom Crawlers because some clever person put them on the same spree. Madness. FOMO is made worse by being in New Zealand, which has criminal pricing. So must buy from Australia and wait another 2 to 3 weeks for shipping. And Australia's pricing's pretty criminal as well, Alchemy, innit? Let's be honest. That's pretty extreme, the Australian pricing. And then New Zealand's just worse. I don't understand their pricing strategy in that part of the world. It seems mad, right? Pre-order date is up. Can assume poor Joe is already painting black or purple scorpions. Black or purple scorpions? Oh, because that's all he paints. If we had it, Carl, if we had it, do you think for 1 minute I'd be giving Joe the Eldar models? That's the same issue as the Screamer Killer. It's stuck on the spree with a Neurotyrant because of Leviathan. Ugh. Why do they do that? That seems silly. Every time you get a sub, add X period of time to your stream. You can't leave until the time runs out. I'm into that. We could do that. The Master Possession only came out separate this year. Yeah, it was ages after, wasn't it? Madness. We just skip tax by import from Oz. We'll have to stop buying if that changes. Oh my god. I have a nerd boner for Old World. Honestly, I'm very excited about it. Very excited about Old World. And I'm hoping I'm not looking at the rules on the Warcom article, getting excited, only to be disappointed when it comes out. It's also fair to assume that Australia charges a lot on import fees. Yeah, I mean, GW have their reasons for the prices in Australia, right? I just don't know how much I buy it. Like, the prices are so different, I don't know how much I buy it. That's acceptable, you know? As a Death Guard player, it's criminal that you still can't buy Lord of Contagion separately. It's a good thing he isn't that good, or people would be losing it. And he's wildly available on eBay as well, right? The Lord of Contagion. Never seen a Kill Team game. There are people that make that content, Stu. It exists. I don't think it's a very good game, and I definitely don't think it's an interesting game to watch. I think if you were to watch Kill Team, it makes more sense as pre-recorded. I think if you streamed it, it would be pretty fucking dull. The thing is, even if GW started making models in Australia, they wouldn't drop the prices. Well, that's the problem with business in general, right? How often does any company ever drop their prices? We've put our prices up in line with inflation, and we put our prices up in line with the cost of living going up, etc. And then if anything ever goes down or doesn't go up by what was expected, do you ever see them put their prices back down? Oh, God, no. Hey, we've survived with the price increases, so we're keeping those price increases. Let me know when you've got it settled. What are we eating? You ate an after 8 and you didn't bring me one. No, not now. No. You didn't bring it out of love. Are you in place? Who wants to listen to Loose Chew?
Do you want an after 8?
You throw one at me.
Or would you throw it?
Yeah.
Are you going to catch it? Like
yeah. That doesn't look like...
Well done. Do another one.
No! Minty chocolate. Do Old World Elven models count for your bet with chat? They wouldn't. I would have to do the unspeakable if I did anything with them. Demogorgon, I have to finish the Elder Army first. It's my promise to you people. I have to finish the Elder Army first. Liberty 5, thank you for the 5. Humble brag, since September, been eating healthy and working out. Lost 27 pounds, 12 kilos since September, back to pre-COVID weight. What a legend. How are you doing anyway, buds? We don't see you as often as we'd like. How are you getting on? Hope you're doing well. Miss you. Me and Liberty Fires hung out quite a lot at Warhammer Fest this year.
Yeah?
Good dude. Good dude. Chat says, hi, Luke.
Hello.
Luce is back on stream, people. So I don't have to be a lunatic and just talk to myself the whole time. We're talking tonight, Luce, about locking new models behind big boxes. Okay. So the reason why this is prevalent right now is there's a pre-order going up on Saturday that has a unit of something in it and a unit of something else on it. Right, so 2 units in it and a bunch of terrain, and it's being released as a Kill Team box, but these models are also usable in games of Warhammer 40k. Now, they've done this loads in the past. They release these Kill Team boxes with 2 different units in and maybe some terrain, and they sit there as the only way you can get hold of these brand new models for months. Now, obviously, being a big box set, you're talking about 80, 90, £100 for the box. before they finally release the unit as an individual box, when you then only have to pay £30. So if you want one of those units out of that box, you're paying 80, 90, £100. To get that one unit, you're then stuck with another unit that you don't want. You're also stuck with some terrain that you don't want, but you were able to get that unit that you want. So the question I'm asking everyone is, because they leave it like that for months, is that a dick move? You must spend the £100 to get this unit if you want to. Or, the GW, they're trying to make money. Is it acceptable? Because we do know they'll release them separately eventually.
So just hold on then.
So you're on the fence that it's acceptable. It's fine. We know they're going to release them separately. Just don't be impatient.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're not going to change their behaviour.
Well, no, so this is what I'm saying. I don't know where I sit. I don't know whether I think, you wankers, at least communicate when you're releasing them, or it's a sales tactic. I get it.
Right, if enough people hold on, then that in itself is customer behaviour that could make GW go, they're starting to do it now. They're like, our great big launch was a bit of a flop, but they know we're going to release these later on. And then when that sale spikes up in customer behaviour.
So I'm actually inclined mostly to agree with you there. I feel like it's an acceptable sales tactic. I've said this a million times before, right? A million times before. Fully acceptable sales tactic. Perfectly normal for companies to do this. Really, as always, the power is in fact in the hands of the consumer. Mm-hmm. So if GW sells all of the Kill Team boxes, and let's say, for sake of argument, 70 to 80% of those sales actually go straight to people that are playing 40k, don't even care about Kill Team, then actually what we've done as people buying this hobby is we've rewarded the shit behaviour.
Yeah.
So if a box released with 2 sets of models and they sold none of the fucking things, and then the second they launched the individual kits, we suddenly managed to suddenly managed to sell loads of those individual kits. They might go, next time we might not want to do that big box. It might not be worth it.
I just read Stu's comment.
What's Stu said?
It is why men feel so intelligent during SEX. They are plugged into a genius.
Speak for yourself. Thank you so much, Skippy the Magnificent, for the 10 gifted, you legend. That means, essentially tonight, we're on 3 members. Last night, Luce, they only made 70 out of the 100.
Memberships?
Yeah, so they started tonight in debt. 30 in debt. We're now at 33. They've done 3 now so far.
So, chat, if you were listening 5 minutes ago when I was talking about customer behaviour, apply that logic right now. Do it right now.
Shut up, Luce! Literally feeds you. Literally feeds you.
I'll go out and go back into the working world. It'd be nice to leave the house and have adult conversation.
It's
I
cold.
don't mind.
It's cold this time of night. You don't want to do that jobbing anymore.
No, my skirts don't fit.
Kazarian, thank you for the tea. Oh, by the way, Liberty Fires, well done. I don't know if I said that, but well done, mate. Liberty Fires. Kazarian, thank you for the tea. Von Carstians or bust in Old World. Vlad is the best. Well, I think if I remember rightly, the article that I read said that one of the early factions that we supported in Old World will be High Elves. That'll be where I go. Joe's already got a massive nerd erection for Bretonians, so that's where he'll go, almost definitely. It'll be interesting. This is where I can definitely see me doing some early content with Mr. the Warhips, because I think he's an Old World fan as well. And luckily, chat did exactly what I tell you to do, and they just flat ignored Luce. Although it has frozen my chat right now. Is it? I think it's frozen. Has it frozen my chat? So thank you, Chapter Master Billsack, for gifting 50, and thank you, Drop Dead Dave, for gifting 20. But none of YouTube's kind of froze, or is it still gifting out?
It's no, I think it's all done. Although Dave's haven't
started. No, Chapter Master Billsack's 50 have not come through, Luce. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 from Mr. the Ballsack come through so far. I really need YouTube not to play this game. He was talking my game Horus Heresy. Don't reward that, John. Don't reward that, for Christ's sake. Drop Dead Dave, thank you for the 20. Kianan, thank you for the 5. At the moment, YouTube's showing us sat at 48. Still working for me, froze. Okay, so basically what's going on is Ballsack dropped 50. Mm-hmm. That's a weird sentence in itself, isn't it? And then YouTube's broken, gifted memberships out. So if anyone If anyone hasn't turned on accepted gifted, turn it off now and see if it works. I'll not have them all out again. We broke it. You did. We broke it. Carl can't type. I'm going to refresh the YouTube feed. See if it fixes it. Oh no. It can't stop now.
Don't stop me now.
Play some Heresy. I might use some more support. The thing is, though, this is my problem, though, John, right? The problem is with playing some Heresy is I'm a channel, and I know a lot of the others that you watch out there don't have this luxury, like, you know, like Pardo and VT, but I do like more than 5 viewers on my content, so I don't really want to play Heresy, right? Skippy, thanks for the 5. How many people will buy the box set and then it'll sit on the shelf or be left unpainted until the individual kits come out anyway? Loads, probably. Tons. FOMO's a big part of selling strategy, okay, ultimately. It's what's going, right? It's a huge part of selling strategy. Stu says working okay. So the chat's working okay, but the gifting bot's broke. I need to see it. I wonder if I can press the refresh button on here. And then on here. Will that do anything? Does that do anything? Or is that just Streamlabs announcing it again? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. I'm just kidding. Kaz, thanks for the 5. Ari bundling. Have you seen the Screamer Killer and Eurotype on pre-order have been bundled like Obliterate? Yeah, it's naughty that. I don't know why you... That's just fucking lazy sprue design, quite frankly. I'm off work for Christmas, you lucky bastard. Heresy easily lends itself to live battle reports. Does it though? Like, I don't dislike the Heresy game system. I wouldn't mind playing Heresy. I just don't feel like it's well received as content. What about personal pre-recorded Heresy for Ballsack? Nude, obviously. Naked Heresy? Yeah. Let me gift 100 to Valrak and see if gifted... Fuck off. Send him here. Stop it. Stop breaking my stream and giving him other people. Why do people gift to Valrak, honestly? Luce, I need a cake recipe for tomorrow, says Dave. Morrison's.
Lemon drizzle. That's a nice easy one. And it's sticky, so the kids like it.
I'll be all over the dwarves. I don't mind the kill team paywall. Then the old edition's rules were like baby 40k. Now that it's a completely different, I have no interest in it. Yeah, I agree. I actually agree, to be fair. I would have been more interested in it previously as some pre-recorded content. I don't really... Like, GW said to me a couple of times, you gonna play some kill team? I'm like, I don't really want to. It's too different now for me to learn the game, and I don't feel like it's worth it when I can just play 40k. And I'm actually really enjoying 40k right now. Naked Heresy sounds like 2 Emperor's Children players then. Absolutely. Currently, the majority of you, 64% in fact, think it's a dick move, and 36% think it's acceptable. That's interesting. That's interesting. I kind of think it's acceptable. I think, honestly, I think that with all of these things, it's the same. Like, how many people look at the price of a new... Oh, here it goes. It's woken up. It's woken up. Cannons have been gifted out. Now Dave just started. Oh, it's woken. Chat, it's working. I don't know what you did, Ballsack, but it's working. It's like iPhones. Like, new iPhone comes out. New iPhone. What's this one? The 15? 50, I think it's 15 now. It might be 14. I don't know. Right. New iPhone comes out, and it's like £1,200 or whatever it is, $1,200.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know what they cost. Right? Ish. It's around that. And the amount of people that go, fucking iPhones, they're so expensive. And then they go and buy one.
But I think a big purchase like that, I would use it for everything I possibly could. I'm going to get my £1,200 out of that phone.
Yeah, no, right.
If I'm living in a world where I need a smartphone because everything's on a phone, I'm going to use the shit out of that phone. Perhaps
smartphone isn't the greatest example then. Maybe that's not the best example simply because of how much we use our smartphones. But what I'm saying is certain brands bring out things, video games, Call of Duty, right? I have recently started playing the new Warzone from new Call of Duty from Modern Warfare 3, okay? Modern Warfare 2, especially Warzone, etc., when it came out, bugged as fuck. And there was errors in that game right until the day that they stopped it and launched Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Okay? And everybody goes, Call of Duty is a bit of a mess. There's cheaters all over Modern Warfare. there's or Warzone. There's cheaters all over DMZ. Blah 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 blah. And then they release a new game, and most of us would have bought it at 70 quid. So we whinge about it. I'm putting my hands up here, right? I'm one of those people that has done this. Whinge about it, and then still buy the product anyway. So this is right back to what you said at the start. If we're going to complain, 65 people think it's a dick move. If any of those people are Eldar players, I'd be hedging my bets that the majority of them will probably try and buy this box set because I want the new models for the Eldar. And that's where I'm like, that then kind of makes it acceptable. We're making it acceptable by making the purchase. Because if we didn't make the purchase and they didn't sell it in the box, they'd go, well then...
Yeah, vote with your money.
Vote with your money, exactly. Yeah. Call of Duty, right? If Modern Warfare 2, and maybe I'm talking about the wrong product here. I'm just trying to make it relevant on a wider scale. If Modern Warfare 2 was such a shit game that no one bought it, it's happened in the game world recently. A new game was released like a week ago, and I can't remember what the game is called. And on release, it was in a complete shit state. And actually, on release, it turns out that the developers had basically lied about most of what the game could do on release. And so, swathes of people have asked for a refund on this game.
Rightly so.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
3 days, I think it is, after the game has released, the day before, thank you, Iniquity, the developers have now announced they're shutting it down. 3 days after it was released.
Oh my God, has that ever happened before?
I think this is a first. And so now, the day before, it is the day before, chat, thank you. Now, everybody who's purchased this game, no matter whether you've gone through the kind of the 2-hour period or whatever it is with Steam or what, are being encouraged to get themselves a refund.
Yeah. So
the developer's gone, fuck, we fucked this. And they've been stung so hard by people going, this is dog shit, give me a refund. Yeah. They've shut the game down. And I'm like,
wow.
For any company to have that kind of failure, I do feel bad for certain people involved in the company. Yeah. But I'm like, good. This is what people should be doing now. Your product isn't fucking good enough, so you shouldn't have launched it.
That's mad.
The devs aren't giving refunds, but Steam are. They pulled it from Steam to stop people getting refunds.
What's devs?
Developers, game developers. Right. The gifted memberships. The gifted memberships have now settled. So thank you so much, Chapter Master Ballsack, for the 50. You're a hero. It does mean you don't now need to go and gift those 100 to Valrak. You can just do it here instead, right? Thank you so much, Drop the Day, for the 20. You're a hero. And Kianon, thank you for the 5. I can now update the tracker because YouTube settled down. I don't know why it got stuck for a minute, but we are now at 109 of the finest gifteds.
They can't do that, can they?
Well, Steam are still issuing refunds. So Steam will, like, if you buy it for Steam.
If you as a company have sold a product and the customer wants a refund and they're completely within their rights, you can't.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. But
that's very. I reckon this will change.
If we take out that little nuance that I didn't know about, on the whole, what's happened is game released, promised the world, delivered none of it. Customers got angry. Game has now died immediately after release.
So not only is the game shut down, but the company that made the game.
I don't know about them. I don't know. I'm talking about high level stuff as I understand. I don't know about the details in the weeds here, but I think that's something that we should be doing as consumers. I think that's something we should do more frequently. So if we circle this back round to GW and these big box sets, if we don't ever buy these big box sets because we don't play Kill Team and we have no interest in these big box sets. And there are some people going to throw this at me, right? There are niche people out there who will be interested in both the factions and will play Kill Team and be like, this is a great box for me. Good. I'm glad those people exist and I'm glad you're going to get a great box and I'm really happy for you. But what's happening isn't that when they sell out this box, what's happening is every single person that buys this box aren't people that want both factions and play Kill Team. That's the rarer case on the whole. Okay? That's the rarer case. What most of the purchasers that purchase this box are going to be doing, I'll be buying them for the Scorpions or for the Scouts, not for both. And they're the people that I would arguably encourage not to do that. So Joe messaged me and said, when the box goes on sale, you're going to be buying a load. Now, actually, for the channel, I can see a reason for it. The terrain is useful for the channel. The terrain is useful for the channel. We've got plenty of Space Marine armies we can add the Scouts to, and I have the Eldar army that I can add the Scorpions to. So for us personally as a channel, the box is good value. However, if I was just buying them for the Scorpions, I think I'd now be in a place where I'm like, I'm not going to buy them. I'm just going to wait. So, based on that, would you want GW to retract 10th shortly after release? Gaz, arguably they shouldn't have released it in the state that they did. It was a mess. And I think that when you consider that the game released with an 18-page clarification document and a bunch of FAQs immediately, it wasn't fit for release. And I feel like if you bought that box and that money and that rule set on release that was invalidated almost immediately, you should have been entitled to some kind of partial refund at least. The models are still usable, the kits are still usable, but the rulebook instantly obsolete. You should have been entitled to some sort of partial refund, if I'm honest with you. Genuinely. And I'm a man who wants GW to be making money, because the more they make money, the stronger that company grows, the more shit I get as a hobbyist in the future to look forward to. So I want them to make money, right? There's no terrain in the box. It's only little objective markers. Are you sure? I think you're lying. Tomographic is a good video. I love Tomo. Tomo's a great channel. Apparently, the devs have shut down Loose.
Yeah.
Was it Easton that said it? Studio has closed too. Issue statement. Shit happens. In the new Kill Team box, there are 5 small pieces of scatter terrain in it still. Yeah, there is some terrain, isn't it? I thought so. 100% be more Scouts and Sculpts on eBay. Absolutely. Guaranteed. Index cards should offer full refund. Fully agree. And I like to be positive about GW, right? I do like to be positive about GW. If you are a game developer or anyone, like, I accept the fact that a rulebook at some point is going to become obsolete when they release updates and FAQs and tweaks. When it's a few weeks, if that, after release, that's naughty, to be honest with you. Anyway, Dang Skippy, thank you for the 5 gifted. You fucking hero of the chat. 114. We've almost caught up from last night, and then we can push on, okay? We've almost caught up. And then we've got some super chats that come through. Anthony, thank you for the 5. Speaking of Emperor's Children, it is BS that you need Lucius to run them, and GW doesn't even sell the model. I think do you need Lucius to run them? Do you need him? Maybe check out the Heresy one. Good to hear, like Tomographic. Tomo's a great. I love his content. He's great fun. Ben, thank you for the 9. 5 Scorpions will cost the same as 10 Berserkers going forward. There are 2 shrine statues for the 10. Terrain isn't included except you. But yeah, there'll be 2. It'll be the same as Banshees. Ben, they'll come in boxes of 5. Almost definitely. I was set up on a date last night. She messaged me an hour beforehand to say that she wasn't going. Sitting, painting my space walls, watching the stream and enjoying 40k chat. Shit happens. Happier now than I was last night. Oh, that sucks, Stu. Hope you're okay though, dude.
At least she let you know.
Go Tomographic fans in chat. Garcia's got a thing about Tomographic. He's a good channel. He is a good channel. Stephen Witham, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I had a brand new thing on YouTube that came through today, an email. Creators going for, I think it starts in January. Hang on, where's the email? YouTube. Liam Dempsey, now you can gift memberships free of charge, right? It's gifting season. Now, all year round, we're excited to announce that you will now receive memberships at the beginning of each month that you can gift to your community free of charge. This provides a meaningful way for you to build awareness of your channel membership program by giving top fans 1 month access to your perks. So they're gonna give me a number every month to gift out to people for free.
Have you got the number yet?
No, it hasn't told. I haven't read the rest of the email, but it hasn't told me. That's cool. I think that's a cool little feature, though.
Good, yeah.
Like, I don't have to pay money to gift a few people memberships, and I can go, here, have a membership, check out the Discord, check out the content, check out the benefits. If you like it, maybe you'll choose to keep it. I think that's fucking cool. I like that. Acolyte's also a good channel. Stephen Witham, thank you for the 5 gifted. 119. 11 away. 11 away. 11 away. By the way, to be clear, 11 away from catching up.
Catching up?
Yeah, they were 30 behind yesterday.
Oh, he's never happy. Your standard, you need to adjust your expectations. Ben.
I am trying to get to a point where I can take more days off this Christmas. We definitely need a sub bot. What do you mean a sub bot? Oh, to sub to the channel. Well, we have this one. We have this button. Don't we? We have that. Oh, this tune's amazing. Can you hear it? Love it. Sean Keegan, thank you for the gifted. What a hero. 120. 10 to go to catch up, chat. Thanks, man. What a legend. I do find it interesting on the whole. Not telling you that you're wrong, by the way, chat, but I do find it interesting on the whole that 67% of you think it's a dick move. I do find that quite interesting. I often feed a lot of this back to GW as well, by the way.
Oh,
12.
The bell doesn't turn red anymore.
What do you mean? It's the same video it's been forever.
I'm sure the bell used to turn red when it went ding.
It's literally the same video it's been forever. Stephen, thank you for the gifted. 9. 9 from favorite number to go. It's gonna be Christmas anyway. 12 more subs, peeps. Yeah, well, I mean, if the thing is, Escapade, if they're talking in chat, right, they'll already be subscribed because you have to be a subscriber to talk in chat. There's 265 people in chat, 267 people in chat. If every single one of you goes and finds at least one person who you know likes 40k, potentially enjoys 40k content, and might like the channel, we would smash through the 29,000 sub mark. If every single one of you went and got like 4 people to subscribe to the channel, we'd actually hit the 30k by the new year. Right? I had no money yesterday, says Benjamin. So that's definitely Eddie. 100% Eddie's fault. Eddie's fault for finishing too quickly. It was on time. Drop the Dave. Thank you for the gifted. Where are you up to with your Eldari? I have built 5 Wraith Blades who need to get the basing done on them. I have built 5 Wraith Guards who need the last layer of sand put on them on the base. I have built the Farseer, built the 4 Warlocks, built the Spirit Seer. I've completely built 1 Wraith Knight, needs the basing put on it. I have mostly built the 2nd Wraith Knight, need to build the shoulder guns and then put the basing on it. I need to build 5 more Wraith Blades and 5 more Wraith Guard. And once I've done that, the army is built. Then what will probably happen is GW will probably release a points announcement that completely fucks my list. And because you can't adjust it by individual models, I won't be able to take a single Wraith Guard out to make it fit anymore, which will suck. So I'll have to probably rethink the list. But at that point, I'll start spray painting, and then I can actually start painting on stream as well. I'm actually, honestly, I'll be honest, chat. I'll be straight up. I fucking hate Twitch. I don't like it at all, really. I'm getting used to it now, but I don't, compared to YouTube, compared to this, I don't like it. But I am actually enjoying the hobby time. So I think it's content that I might like to keep. I just have to be careful that it doesn't smash the channel algorithm to pieces, right? New Scouts have their own kit already, though, with the Space Marine release. Only 11 subs to go until Limb. See, someone listened. Someone went and got someone that one. Someone listened, and someone went to get someone to come and subscribe to the channel. Hero. I'm way behind you. The Night Lord one, which is an upgrade set, is fine for Kill Team and I have no issues, but when it's a kit needed for an army and has been years in waiting, it's what makes it a dick move. I think for this one specifically, and for the Kazakin, whereby they're completely new sculpts that have needed an update for years and years and years, I have more of a problem with it. Like the Scorpion sculpts are currently fine cast. They're disgusting to try and work with. And like, hey, we're going to bring out new plastic ones in an expensive box. And you know what? We're not going to tell you when you're going to get the kit in general. But you play Garage Hammer, so solve the individual model restrictions, just work it out for yourself. We could. So this is, I'm stuck here. I was talking to Joe about this the other day, Escapade, right? In terms of things like house rules, okay? We could house rule tons on the channel because fuck the competitive kind of feel of 40k right now. But when a new player then joins the channel or starts watching our content and it doesn't make sense to them because we've house ruled too much, they're probably going to go, I'm not watching this. It's not actually 40k. So to grow the channel, we need to stick to the rules. We just need to. 40k players need to suck it up, Buttercup. Kill Team, while is a side game that allows 40k teams into the game as companion teams, God Emperor forbid that Kill Team stands on its own. But it doesn't stand on its own. It doesn't. That's the problem. It's literally propped up by 40k sales. Brother Bone, 42. Thank you for the 5 gifted. And your average paramedic, thank you for upgrading to Haskell tier member. What a legend. What a legend. Oh, that doesn't make sense. I have 120. Oh, it's because it's already added that one. Thank you so much, you beautiful humans. Boop. So that's my problem with house ruling in general is if I'm going to have the channel continue to grow, I think we need to play the rules properly. We can be a little bit looser with them and not have to measure to the millimeter and be a little bit more entertaining rather than, you know, absolutely anal. But I think we actually need to play the rules as they are. Otherwise, people... Like, there's definitely content in going, hey, here's how we would change certain rules. That could be a cool video or series of videos or couple of streams. But in terms of our core content, we just need to play the rules properly. It's like... It's hard to... Imagine you were trying to get into something new.
Mm-hmm.
D&D. You've recently tried to get into D&D.
Yeah.
Right? And you were like, you know what I'm going to do? For some inspiration, I'm going to go onto YouTube and I'm going to find some D&D people. And the first channel that you found were playing D&D, but they weren't playing D&D. They'd actually changed. So you've got your book.
I've purposely not done it
No,
for
but
that reason.
For sake of argument, right? You've got your D&D book or your D&D thing that you've got to try and learn the game.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I've had a read through it. I think I understand what's going on here. I'm not 100%, but I think I understand. So how I'm going to solidify my understanding now is I'm going to go onto YouTube and I'm going to watch a channel that does this, and then I'm going to follow along with my rules and what's going on. And then you try to follow along, and then they do something completely different to what's written in your books.
Yeah.
Completely different. D&D might be a bad example because of the freedom Dungeon Masters have, but go, why have you done that?
I've purposely stayed away from D&D YouTube channels because of that reason. And I also want to be as naive as James is, so that when he comes across a rule he doesn't get, I can then read it and be with him and say, yeah, that's really confusing as well, instead of making him feel stupid, which I never would do, but
Yeah.
we know how highly strung he can be. Eddie was actually fantastic at finding a super duper kids D&D.
Yeah.
So it was really accessible, nice and quick. Each campaign's about half an hour. It was amazing. I'm purposefully staying away from YouTube channels because I know, like you say, the freedom Dungeon Masters have.
Chat have all said D&D's. I was like, when I said it, I was like, I think D&D might be a bad example because, like,
Yeah.
they have a lot of freedom to create. And chat's like, yeah, D&D's a terrible example. I was like, okay, right, okay.
But even before Eddie found me the, I think it's called Heroes of Hesiod. Even before he found me that, I thought, because I subscribed to the D&D adventure thing. I've since stopped it because, Jesus Christ, how many packs of dice does one little group need?
7, apparently.
It was a joke. And even when I called them up to cancel my subscription, oh, we're taking feedback. What's your feedback? Too many dice.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And there's 266 wargamers in chat that be like, I don't understand. What's this too many dice mean?
Too many dice.
Don't understand. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I think I saw in Waterstones, I'm not buying it in Waterstones because you can find it cheaper, but I saw in Waterstones there's in the kids section, I think it's like it's between fiction and something else. It's this little slither of a bookshelf for games, card games, chess.
Yeah.
D&D's in there, and there's kids books for like 6 to 10 year olds in there. I should have took the name down to Google it on Amazon.
Harley says, I agree, as someone new back to the game, as an extreme example, the chat plays games really throws me off. Yeah, so chat, I mean, we know that chat plays is one of those. So the thing is with chat plays, right? When we started chat plays, we were basically doing it every single week because it was loads of fun. And that I was like, this is actually going to also kill our algorithm. It's going to kill our growth, because if you know what's going on, you're having loads of fun. But if you know what's going on, you won't join in. Chat. The thing is with chat plays, and I think perhaps something we need to be better at doing at the start of the game or during chat plays at least. What we need to explain about chat plays is when those games happen, it's not actually about the game. I think the best chat plays is when you watch the players squirm. So actually chat plays isn't about the game on the tabletop, it's about the two players and how you can make them borderline uncomfortable in doing things, right? That's what I think the beauty of chat plays is. Chat plays is the entertainment of watching two people get wildly uncomfortable because they have to make spells every time they actually cast a power or six of what. Do you know what I mean? That's what I reckon. That's my personal opinion anyway of chat plays. It's not really a game at that point. But you're right, absolutely you're right. You know, that would put people off if they didn't know what's going on. If we did that every single week, people would struggle. Absolutely. But yeah, thanks for that, Harley. Anyway, chat to Master Ballsack's back. 5 gifted. He said he went and give Valrak 100. I don't know if he did or not. 55 here. You know your favourite is. You should make a chat plays graphic to put on the screen during the streams. Yeah, we perhaps should. That's something I can do. I can do that so we can remind people what's going on and the fact that please, like bring it back to 37 custodians users. Like, please don't take this as how we play 40k all the time. This is how we make people feel uncomfortable, how we make players squirm, how we try and be entertaining, and a bit of a monthly fundraiser for the channel, to be honest with you. Joe's Magic Spells are my best members for 2023. Carl, I think most people.
You should do like a pre-recorded Talking Heads episode of here's the memories from this year.
I wish I could be bothered to go through the hours of content we put on the channel this year to actually. I wonder if I can. There's a way I can find out how many hours of content we've done. If I go into the analytics section.
Carl says I rewatched that spell game twice.
Content. Does it give me hours? Average view duration. All. Subscribers. So let's go for 2023. Views. We have had this year. This doesn't actually tell me how many hours we've published. Specifically, does it? No, it doesn't. But we have had this year on the channel, right? In terms of views, we've had 35,400 views on videos.
Oh, wow.
Just videos. No, just videos. Okay. We've had 954,300 views on shorts.
Oh my god.
We've had 1.1 million views on our live content this year.
Holy shit. That's amazing, babe. Well done.
Of those numbers, we have produced 8 videos for the year, 24 shorts, and 214 live streams this year.
Feels like it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it doesn't. What it doesn't tell me, which I'm sad about, is how many hours we've uploaded. That would be really interesting. I'm going to see if I can try and find it. Audience. We have gained this year 8,300 subscribers so far. Right. We have 1.1 million views.
Dave B says, I think I've watched this channel more than I've talked to my wife.
Christopher Sanford. That's 900,000 people here for Eddie, bringing the numbers. Shut up, Chris. I'm already talking to a new person about. Eddie doesn't want to do shorts anymore. He said that. So I'm literally talking to a new person today about it. Had a person email me. He's like, hey, I'm interested. Cool. Let's talk.
Oh, Carl, 1.1 million folk hear your voice loose.
I mean, 100% loose improves our Wednesday and Friday streams.
Boob free, I might add.
Boob free, but we really are also trying to push on next year and bring more, and try and do more and bring more. The thing is, the struggle is that realistically now, in terms of major growth in the future, what we actually need to do is bring in probably more staff. That's a terrifying concept. The first terrifying concept, the first hurdle is the studio, which is still terrifying. We've kind of done it and we built the studio now, but it's still terrifying that I now have to pay that for 5 years guaranteed. Whatever happens, I've got to pay that money every single month for 5 years. That's a terrifying concept, okay? So I need to let that settle. If that settles and we still are making some money, the next stage for the channel, chat, the next big milestone for the channel is to employ another person, whether that be part-time or full-time. Another presenter, another person to hang out with us, because Eddie's kind of part-time. Brom and Paddy are just volunteers, essentially. So Joe and I are currently carrying all the burdens. We're talking about chat shows and battle reports and pre-recorded content and hobby content, and I'm like, it's going to get fucking busy for Joe and I if we don't bring another person in to help with this, okay? That being said, I am more wary about bringing in a member of staff than I ever was about taking on the studio. If the channel fails, the studio dying really only, or the channel dying really only fucks me, because the studio burden is my burden. If, however, the channel fails and I have, let's say, tabletop tactics level of staff, Lawrence has got like 7 or 8 employees, right? So if his channel died, he's making 7 or 8 people friends at this point redundant. as well as taking on that studio burden himself. That's the terrifying thing. That's the bit that frightens me the most. If I bring in another member of staff and pay them a salary, another person, that's another person that if everything goes tits up, I have to be like, I'm sorry, I can't pay you anymore. You haven't got a job.
Yeah.
That is not a person I ever want to do, a person I ever want to be, or a thing I ever want to have to do.
I wonder if that's why family businesses hire family, because if you need to let someone go, it's probably easier to kind of absorb that loss of income and replace it somehow, because you're already playing the chess game of, right, in 6 months' time we need to be earning this much again, whereas you have zero control over the other household, and you're wildly affecting it.
Yeah.
At the same time as having no control.
So what we're probably going to do early stages is we're probably going to freelance people, kind of contract people. So we'll pay them perhaps per show or per short or per video or whatever it is they're doing. So that if I know I can't afford them, I don't ask them to come and do it. And I become very aware of the fact that I don't say to you, you have a guaranteed income. I don't make that statement until we settle everything's okay. But to do that, I bang on about super chats, I bang on about memberships, and I bang on about gifted memberships. And I'm sorry, I know for some people it's probably, oh, fucking hell, here he goes again. But that's how we do it, ultimately, at the moment. We're not big enough to be bringing in sponsorships from other companies right now. And if we were, we certainly wouldn't be big enough to be bringing in meaningful size sponsorships. So memberships, gifted memberships, super chats is really how we do it, okay? So hopefully you've incorporated so the liability doesn't fall on you. I have incorporated, but so yes, Kai, I have incorporated so the liability doesn't fall on me, but I'm not a person who would happily just walk away and be like, well, it's not my problem. I would literally plow everything I have into it to make it work before I then walked away. Does that make sense? So it is still on me in that regards. Are you with me? Does that make sense? Best mate employed me for 3 years, had to let me go. Shit happens, hasn't affected friendship. Bastard. I'd appreciate work from home. I'd apprentice work from home. My borderline agoraphobia literally makes going out hard. Oh, bless you, mate. 50 more likes for 200. Click, click, ding. If you liked it, Luce.
Oh.
Honestly. But yeah, so that's the next big. That's my next big milestone. I didn't actually come into 2023 thinking I wanted a studio by the end of the year. I didn't have that goal. My goal was to grow subs, grow members. I think a sub goal, I started off at like 25k was my sub goal. We've actually pushed through that quite substantially. I think I'm going to try and set a goal by the end of 2024 to bring a member of staff on board, but only if it is in fact financially viable. But that's kind of a growth metric for the channel. I think that'd be pretty cool. Have you ever thought about local sponsors? I wouldn't know where to start, to be honest with you. How do I say that? Ryoshikawa? Ryoshikawa? Is that right? Tell me if I've murdered it. It still feels shit, I get it, but as long as when the bailiffs come knocking, you have an out. Yeah, absolutely. Don't you worry. Don't diss the bailiffs, says Mr. Dave Bailiff.
I think it's Roy Shikawa.
Ryo. It's a Y first, isn't it? I'm only showing 99 likes. Hit refresh. I'm showing 195 right now. I'm 5 short of the like goal. Wildly short of the super chat goal that I never put on screen or talk about. Yeah. I've
got 126.
Refresh. Click refresh.
Oh.
You were nearly quitting into the year. Yeah, I was, Carl, at the start. In March, I very nearly quit. 196. Yeah, in March, I nearly quit. So we came far this year. I'm proud. But yeah, I did nearly give it up. Ryui Shikawa. Ryo Ishikawa. H is silent, but it's all good. Ryo Ishikawa. Okay, cool. I like to learn people's names when they're very different. I like to try and make sure I pronounce people's names properly. Got a mate that owns a few companies your way. I mean, I'm happy. I'm open to the conversation. Let me put it that way, right?
For me, it's the Irish names. The Irish names get me. Names like Neve and Saoirse, they're not spelt at all how they sound.
Yeah.
And they get me every time.
So he worked alongside bailiffs. I'm very happy he didn't quit. I'm very happy I didn't quit as well, right? To be honest with you, but it was something that I nearly did. Luce was talking to me today actually, and Luce said to me, "Do you miss having a normal job?" And I openly said, and I say this often, "Yeah, I did. I do." There's just something about knowing you have a time where you can clock off and knowing you have a guaranteed income.
Yeah.
And I guess no income's guaranteed, right? Because people can make you redundant whenever. But knowing you have that guaranteed income is the safety blanket that that often makes a lot of people a lot more comfortable, a lot less stressed.
Shut up, Tony.
Thank you. It's silent. You've done amazing, mate. Just a great story how you turned it around. Well, I've said this a few times. Thank you so much, by the way. Just your average 40k painter. You're a hero. I have been following along your Instagram content still as well. Like I said this to Liz when March happened. I said to her, we've got two options right now. I go back to work or I try and make it on my own.
Yeah.
And she said, what happens if you try and make it on your own and it fails? Well, I go back to work. So why would you just go back to work then? Try and make it on your own first.
Who was this?
You.
Me?
It was a you conversation.
Oh. I've slept since then.
So I was like, actually, it's a fair point. If the end result, if there's a failure, is the same as one of my options, I might as well give it a go.
Yeah.
And we did, and here we are. So, you know. I have a silent but. Okay, I'm lying. I can't believe Lucy spelt like Luke. Haven't played 40k since early 2000s and don't know where to start. I joined some local wargames groups but haven't got the balls to play. Models not painted. Are you based down this way? If your mate's got businesses down this way, you based down this way. Just play with unpainted to start with. Get into it. Most people at a gaming club won't care. If you explain you're new and you're coming back, people won't care. I thoroughly miss a job with people I can speak to as I'm on my own. I miss the camaraderie. Well, that's why you have us, Kai. Okay,
I miss
I'm
that.
here for you.
I miss adult conversation, so being around other grown-ups and being good at something.
I've missed a couple of super chats as well, by the way. I must confess. We'll get to that just quickly. I just noticed I've missed them. Sorry. I missed the coffee pot chat. Again, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Stephen, thank you for the 5. I think it's a dick move, but I'm still buying 2 to 3 boxes and splitting them with LDAR players. I need big boy scouts. See, we're enabling at that point. Stephen, thank you for the 5. You're a hero. And Jill, thank you for the 5. This is when I was reading out the numbers on the YouTube studio page. Can anyone smell the Luke panic at cancellation with those numbers?
It's a real panic, Jill.
If we like, tonight's been nice. We've been sat at about 260, 270 viewers for most of the night, and then we dropped down to about 230 now. She seems okay. I like to look and see what. If we go above 300, she starts to sweat a bit, chat. All right.
That's it. I'm like, I feel my personality changing into beige. I don't like the numbers.
So I miss. So back to what we were saying. So thank you for the super chats, by the way. I have a. Do you know, chat? I actually have a little super chat goal every stream as well. And I don't tell anyone that one. We're not there yet. But I don't tell anyone that one. Because I don't want it to just be about money. Anyway, I miss the coffee pot. What I call the coffee pot chat. So when I worked at Siemens as a manager, so my last job was a work from home job, and you don't get it in the work from home jobs. The job before that, I used to go to a depot in Southampton, and I used to run the depot, or I'd run the on-duty shift, I should say. I didn't run the depot, but I'd run the on-duty shift, and if it was a night shift, I did actually run the depot. And what you would often do is I'd get up my desk. My office was in the middle of the depot on the ground floor with no windows to the outside world, because it's literally the central hub of the whole depot. You saw it. You've seen the office. So anyone who's working on the shop floor could come via that office. And I had a bat phone, essentially. So if there was a mainline failure on the rail, they would phone the bat phone, and I'd have to dispatch texts or solve problems or whatever. That was essentially my job. And we were the point of contact for everybody. So it was a busy office. It was a busy job, right? And I must have misheard that, because surely you didn't say Siemens. Yeah, Siemens, but not with the SIEMENS, so as in the technological company.
Yeah, not the
who built trains. So what I would used to do is I used to get up from my desk, go out onto the shop floor, and then I would walk down to the end where the sort of staff room was, the mess room was. There's a coffee machine. And you could guarantee when you walked into the mess room, where there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tables, big round tables, normally with 5 or 6 chairs around each table, someone would be in there. someone. And then you would, oh, hello, Alistair, how's it going? How's the kids? That chat, that's the chat I miss. Just the kind of generic, you get to know people just because of their location or what they, you know. How are you doing? Is your missus better yet? That's the kind of chat that I miss.
Yeah.
I try and do it with you guys a little bit. There's some people in chat where I'm like, oh, that's Adrian. He's got the twins, right? That's Jill. She works in law.
And she likes musical theatre.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And she bloody loves a raffle, right? Right? But, you know, oh, Carl, ex-infantry. And I try and learn something about people. And I do it on purpose. There's two reasons why I do it. The first reason why I do it is because I do fucking care. But the second reason why I do it is I learned very quickly, I'm really shit with names. So if I can tie that name to a thing that I know about that person, there's a type of learning, I can't remember what it's called, like associated, I can't remember the name for it, but there's a type of learning where you can learn a thing about a person and it's easy to remember their name then because you tie the thing to their name. Someone's got twins, that's Adrian. You tie the thing to the name rather than the name to the person, and so it's an easier form of association. Dave.
I got to say thank you, Liam, for all the great content. Your content makes people forget all the bad crap going on in the moment. You all make us laugh and the world a better place. Those numbers do not actually reflect the reach you have.
Aww.
Well,
Thank you.
the super chat is far too generous. I can tell you now, we've now beat the chat total that I put on myself every single night we go live. It's far too generous. But the words are arguably also too generous. We just try and entertain. And when people watch the streams, whether it be an hour and a half on a Wednesday or Friday, or 2, 3, 4 hours on a Tuesday, Thursday, depending on who's playing, if people would just ignore what's going on and enjoy and have laugh for a brief moment, then we've done our job. That's what my job isn't to educate people in 40k or teach people the game or show you the broken units or any of that nonsense. Our job, I try and approach the channel differently to so many other channels. I don't want to give you clickbait or scandal or the latest news. I just want to entertain people. So if we're doing that, which you're saying us we're doing, then it's amazing. That's what we're trying to do. So both are too generous, but thank you very much. Kai says, right-o, the boring one is off to bed now. See you all later. Good night.
Night then.
I don't think I'll ever learn. I don't think I'll ever live down the fact that I called him the boring one.
Do you know, sometimes when...
Thanks, Kai.
Because I'll log in just to see if it says number 5
Dave,
at the
love
tippy
you, by
top.
the way.
And I'll go
At the
through...
tippy top.
At the tippy top. And I'll go through the live chat. I like to go through all the names and try and think of one thing that I know about that person. And I'm slowly remembering more and more and more each time I do it. And I'm really proud of myself of some of these people I've never met. Some of these people I've met a couple of times.
Yeah.
But just like you, if I tag something to them, it's like an icebreaker each time.
It absolutely is. But it also gives you... I like to try and... Especially when I've met some of these people now, I like to try and have a conversation starter that's outside of 40k. So
Yeah.
of course I can go, hey, you're building Necrons.
Yeah.
How are your Necrons getting on? Like that's, of course I can do that. That's easy. Of course that's easy, right? What I can also do is I can say, hey, Carl, who left his job to look after his kids, how are your kids getting on?
Yeah.
How are they doing? How's youngest? Like I like having that personal connection to people as well. And it seems weird to suggest that we have personal connections to people on YouTube, but we do. Some of these people we've met, you know, when I talk about people like Carl, Lehman Russ, I'm just looking at names in chat right now, of course, Jill, these are people we've met in person, and I'm proud to have got to know them as well. But I think I want to make, I really try very, very hard to try and make every single person who is a viewer or every person who's who comes to one of our events feel that little bit more special than just a number. I don't want people to feel like they're just a cash cow, because it's not. That's not the case.
No, it's not.
Because the money is what lets us do what we do. We literally wouldn't be here without you. But I don't want anyone to ever gift or super chat because I feel like I have to. Because he keeps saying we're the reason. You are the reason. But we should earn the money. We should earn the gifteds. We should earn the super chats. We should earn the memberships. And if we're not earning it, we shouldn't be rewarded with it, is my opinion.
I liken it to tipping a waitress. No, I'm not tipping you for simply doing your job. I'm going to tip you for being outstanding at your job.
You're right, though.
Yeah.
I hate in the UK specifically, you Americans will think, you don't tip, that's horrendous.
Hold the line. Cadia stands. Here's some credits for your
Kellen,
holy
thanks,
work.
man. What a hero, what a legend, love you. But like, people in America are like, wait, you don't tip your waitresses sometime? Because in America it's
So let's ask Bridger the quality of waitressing we have in this country. No, I'm not tipping that.
But there's a couple of things. So first of all, on the whole, I think that the base rate or the rate of wages for waitresses in this country is probably slightly higher than the US. But for me, I'll give you a huge tip if you go above and beyond. If you go above and beyond and you really look after us, I'll give you a huge tip. If you take my order, bring me my food, ask me about how good my meal is before I've got the first forkful in my fucking mouth, and then take my plates away, that's not incredible service.
No.
That's you doing your job.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not tipping that.
That's you just done your job.
Yeah.
Okay. Gaz says 10-minute warning for loose facts.
I've got it already.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Anyway,
We
Cullen, thank you so
had-
much for the $50 as well, man. What a fucking legend.
We had a great waiter on one of our date nights, like
In the Midlands somewhere.
5 years ago,
Yeah.
and we still remember him.
Yeah.
He was
amazing. Sorry for generalising, but the gay guy,
Yeah.
he was incredible.
I can't remember where the meal was. I can't remember what I ate. But I
I remember the waiter. He was
yeah.
fucking brilliant. And I think he, on about 4 or 5 occasions, genuinely had us both belly laughing.
Yeah, he
What
was
a great guy.
amazing.
Like
He was
and
so
guess what?
good.
He got a big tip.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. As far as I'm concerned, do your job. Fine, do your job. Get paid. Great. But don't do more than that. Like, don't go above and beyond. Don't really work. You're not going to get a huge tip. Who wants Liam's huge tip? Is Luce taking notes? Shut up, Carl. Filthy bastard. Anyway, Kellen, thank you for the 50 as well. You and Drop Dead Dave, far too generous tonight on the super chats. Thank you. That means we've almost hit double my super chat target for every night. Thank you so much, you beautiful people. Big Bad Pit Game, thank you for the 5. Who playing who tomorrow and which armies? Also, you guys are doing a brilliant job. Keep it going. Bombardment, thank you, Big Bad Pit Gaming. You are a person who turns up every stream, super chats every stream, gifts every stream. What a fucking hero. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Tomorrow is Joe versus Eddie. I'll be decking. Not Joe versus Eddie. Joe versus Brom. I'll be decking. Brom is bringing his Ultramarines, and Joe, I think, is bringing Tyranids, if I remember rightly. Okay. Anyway. Demo Gorgon, thank you for the 5 gifted. You are a fucking legend. Kev, you're a hero. Skippy, thank you for the 5 gifted. Love you. Joseph Svensson, thank you for the 10 gifted. Amazing human being. Hang on, how do I say that? Alduanra, thank you for the gifted. You're a hero. And Adrian, thank you for the gifted. You're amazing. You people are all incredible. I can update this now to more than that. Thank you so much, you wonderful, beautiful human beings. Smashing that target once again. And look, hang on, it's this side. Look, we're close. We're close. 9 to go to 29k. Can we do it? Do you reckon we could do it tonight? Can 227 people? Can you all go and try and find someone? All go and try and find someone to subscribe to the channel. We can do it. We can get there. We can get to 29k on stream tonight. Can't we? Can we? Can't we? Everyone go find someone. Hopefully Niz, we're not Lover of the Space Marines. Brom's trying quite hard to play better nowadays.
You can form meaningful relationships with people over the internet. It's a real thing. The fact that you try to do that makes your channel stand apart.
Stephen, again, too generous. Thank you for the 50. We, $50 a time, people. Come on, stop it. It's harder now the channel's growing, to be honest, but we do try. Liam and Joe show tomorrow, yeah, absolutely. 100%, 1:30, Liam and Joe show. Liam is going to be decking Brom. I feel sorry for Brom.
Oh, is it Brom playing tomorrow?
Yeah, Brom and Joe playing tomorrow. Hazard says, I know no one, so stop asking.
Have you got a Liam and Joe show tomorrow as well?
Yeah, we have got Liam and Joe show tomorrow, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If only I knew someone to sign up. Wish I had a platform to advertise for you on. Stop it, you people are awesome. The only people I know who play 40k are already here. Isn't that sad, though? I don't mean like that, Tim. Wow, that sounded bad. I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that. But, like, what I meant by this was, backtracking wildly here before Tim goes, fuck you, cancel, right? What I mean by that is, to this day in 2023, I feel like 40k is still kind of a closet hobby.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's become more mainstream than it ever has before, but I feel like it's still a bit of a closet hobby. I feel like it's still a bit, people are still quite secretive about it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to. So Tim is probably actually not all that far from other people that play 40k. He just doesn't know.
Yeah, that's what really got me.
That's what I meant, Tim, by the way.
Yeah. Because when you did have that little brick building on camp, I remember thinking, you guys have kind of been put in the middle of nowhere. This is a bit odd. And it was really sort of secretive. And, oh yeah, I know you. I've seen you around. And I thought, wait, hang on, you don't actually know each other. I didn't know you played. What? Hold on, what is going on? You don't know each other, but you've been working together and you didn't know you hobbied and you've been working together this whole time and nobody knows, but you're not going to say it tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. It's just for this evening. We're not going to talk about it in the morning. I'm just going to leave a tenner on the side and it'll be done. It's
mad, isn't it? It's mad.
Yeah.
But people just don't, like, it took a while on camp before I realised there were other people that played 40k.
Yeah.
And then once you worked it out, you went, oh, he plays and he plays and he plays and he plays. And like, oh, fuck me, there's loads of them. But we didn't know. Like, didn't know. I was like, oh, I'm the only person here. I must be the only person that plays. Because you often think, that other people around me won't be playing this game.
Yeah.
This hobby's so niche, other people won't be playing this game as well.
I did notice when I found that lovely little group for, hang on, excuse me, for James, he was the youngest one in there by a long shot. So it was a group of teenagers, and they either all knew each other from school or all knew each other from another thing like Scouts or cadets or something, because there was way too much kind of like friendly intimacy in their jokes. There was too many in-jokes already for them to not know each other. But they all bounced into the room, and it was definitely like, you've all been keeping this to yourselves all day.
It's mad, isn't it?
And now you're in the room, and it's like an explosive bottle of Coke. All the energy comes out because they've been keeping it inside all day, that this is their favourite club. I just think it's lovely, but it's a bit sad that you clearly aren't comfortable talking about it.
Well, Zodiac says the US military is full of 40k players. Well, so is the UK military.
Yeah.
But they weren't, again, like Luce says, they weren't comfortable talking about it. They were keeping it to themselves. Big Bad Peter Gamer, thank you for the gifted, by the way. They were keeping it to themselves. They wouldn't talk about it at all, because if I talk about the fact that I play 40k, I'm going to be labelled a geek. And so you kind of have to. I'm a lot like who was it? Someone dropped a Dave. I don't care and tell everyone about my obsession with painted army men. Well, I was the one who had my barrack room door open with it all across my desk. Yeah. Like, I've said this story before, right? But people would walk past. By the way, the subs have just jumped up, so people are actually helping us out here. If you have subbed recently because someone told you to, thank you for joining us. You're a legend. Check out the content. I'm sure you'll love it. Join us, become a member, jump in the Great Hall, all that kind of nonsense. But I would be the person who would sit there on barracks, loud and proud, door wide open. All right.
Still waiting for a new Christmas decoration in the Great Hall. Calling you out, Joe.
I'm waiting for my Christmas Eldar jumper to turn up. If I can't make it go any faster, I'm trying, right? Thank you for the 10 anyway.
Only been here for a short while, but in that time I felt like I've become part of an amazing community despite being on the far side of Canada. Stay amazing. Bombardment.
Thank you so much, your average paramedic. What a hero. You're a legend. Love you.
Have you read Mark?
I've only been here for a short while. And it already that's important to me. Already felt like I've become part of an amazing community despite being the far side of Canada. Yeah, you're a hero. Thank you so much. But yeah, I will read Mark's in a minute. I would be the person sat there with my door wide open. And the amount of people, I've said this before, the amount of people that would walk in. What are you doing there? What do you mean? What are you doing? I'm building a 40k model. I'm painting a 40k model. Who am I kidding, chat? I'm not painting. I'm building a 40k model. Like, fucking geek. You fucking greenie. And then they walk up to you and like, I used to have some orcs. There it is.
So
everyone.
That's when I go, fuck you. Get the fuck out. You just called me a nerd. Get out.
Everyone goes, oh, I used to have some orcs. Yeah, of course you fucking did. And then before you know it, they sat down and I've made them a cup of tea because that's
Why have you rewarded that behaviour with the brew?
You
Honestly.
and chat know what I'm like now, right? Sit down, have a cup of tea. Here you go. Go on, off you go. Have a brew, and then they start talking about it, and like, oh, I might get back into it, etc. So Mark Eckwood says, hi Liam, I think I met you in Afghan on Herrick 8. I was out in Herrick 8. I showed a bunch of 3 paramedics around an Apache or someone like. I did show a bunch of 3 power around an Apache. So it may have actually been me. So like this. I didn't have a beard. I deployed to Herrick in September 2008 for Op Herrick 8. I spent the first month in Kandahar Airfield. I then went to Bastion, and I was at Camp Bastion for 2.5 months, maybe.
I'm loud and proud about 40k at work. Show my team where my hobby desk is right next to my work desk and tell them if they see me on video calls looking to that side, then they have lost my attention.
I love that that's the threat. If my 40k is more important than your meeting, you've done a shit job. That's perfect, Chris. Thanks for the 10. So yeah, it was someone without a chin. That is me. If I shave, I look like Beaker. So I did the first month in Kandahar Airfield, and I went to Camp Bastion for 2.5 to 3 months. I then came back to Kandahar Airfield. So if you think it was sometime between October and January-ish 2008, it was probably me. I was often the person tasked with showing people around the aircraft. That was one of the things I had to do, apparently, as a young squaddy back then. So it probably was me. You didn't like someone touching your toy. Well, how things change. How things change. Welcome, dude, anyway. Thanks for finding us. What a legend. Drop Dead Dave, thank you for the gifted membership. Big Bad Peter Gaming, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You wonderful and beautiful human beings. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the super chats as well. Start off slow. You lot have finished on a high. I can't thank you enough. It's amazing, the support we get. I like to think we earn it. I like to come off of a chat and go, we've earned this. We've smashed it because we've earned it, and you guys think the quality's good and the content's good, and that's why you do it. So thank you. It means the world, because it's kind of like super chats and gifted memberships is arguably the stream equivalent of the pat on the head. Well done, pig. That's what it is. But it is, isn't it? Because if you come, like, I can tell you this for certain, any streamer out there that comes off, you can have 600, 700 people watching the stream, right? And you can have 1,000 likes. And you come off the stream and you've got 5 gifted memberships and 3 quid on super chats. You're like, that wasn't a good stream. No one engaged.
Yeah, it's engagement.
Yeah. Right? That's something that...
Is that Joe?
Leagues of Jotan, yeah.
Oh, Joe, thanks for my after 8. That was lovely.
Yeah, she was going to text you, but she forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's how much she thinks about you, Joe. So like, I would rather have 200-300 people watching, and then a bunch of super chats and memberships to go, you did a good job, we've rewarded you for it, right? Joe says, I just won a round of Warzone, I love you all. Joe and I played on, I want to say Monday for a couple of hours, and we came nowhere, like 12th, 7th, 6th.
Ooh, getting close.
Joe then had to log off because his missus basically put his balls in a vice. And then the game that so we were playing as a four-man team. The game that he had to log off, he logged off mid-game. We then won it. So what he basically, Joe's the handicap. But you know.
Who hates you, Joe?
It's because she hates me. She says it all the time. It's all about you.
It's not about me.
Shaka Club, I subbed. Hope it helps. It does. 100%. We are 4 away from 30,000. Joe also says he loves you all. He does love you all. You people are all amazing. Anthony, thank you for the 5. Military members calling each other nerds is only the tip of what we call ourselves. Absolutely. 100%. Demagogue says, oh my God, so many grey names. Welcome, new people. Yeah, welcome, everybody. If you have hit that sub button, you're a legend. Thank you so much. BA Commander, it's always good, Liam. Hope you have a great December. You're a legend. Thank you. I hope you have a great one too. 4 subs to go, 29k. Here we come. I don't think we're going to do it tonight, chat, because it is 5 minutes past loose fact time. I was hanging on. It jumped up to like 995. I was like, I'm going to hang on. It will hit 30k. We'll do a loose fact. We'll all go home. We'll all have champagne. Everyone in chat will celebrate. And then we got stuck on 995. So here we got a Warzone group finder on the Great Hall Discord. We have not, but we probably could add that kind of stuff. 4 away from 30,000. No. From 29,000. Sorry, 0k. Keep me honest. All right. I was getting excited. Shut up. However, it's that time of the night that you have all been waiting for. The reason why 230 people stick around to the end of the stream is time for the loose fact. If you're new here, Loose has a random book of facts, and when we read the first 10 plus out, they all sounded like absolute bollocks. And so we decided they would be loose facts. Are they loose, L-O-O-S-E, as in they're complete bollocks and they're not actually a fact at all? Or are they loose facts, as in L-U-C-E, an actual fact in how we spell her name? She's going to read it out. It's up for you to decide. Loose or loose? You have to just write the one that you think it is, okay?
In 1986, Nathan Hicks of St. Louis, Missouri, USA, shot his brother Herbert dead because he used 6 toilet rolls in 2 days.
What was his name?
A jury of his peers would understand.
What was his name?
Nathan Hicks.
That's not how you spell Joe. You six loo rolls in how much time?
2 days.
If I didn't know Joe, I'd call it false.
But we've met Joe.
But we've met Joe. I fully believe a human being is capable of using 6 loo rolls in 2 days.
I don't know. Joe or Brom.
Whether it's worth actually shooting a man for, I don't know.
Absolutely shooting. Do you know how much toilet roll is? I will shoot you if you use too much.
We'll just stop buying the fancy stuff when Joe's here.
Have you seen the people on the internet that use flannels instead of toilet paper? And then you put it in like a tiny laundry bin.
Don't you just use a sock? Because it fits perfectly on your hand. And then you just turn it inside out, straight in the wash.
No, not straight in the wash. In the there's like a small basket by the side of the toilet.
Oh, there is.
And
Okay.
there's no bidet. That's just the situation. But somebody did that and they saved tens of thousands of pounds.
I'm sure they did, and the bathroom smelled of shit.
Yeah.
Chat are pretty convinced that's in fact a Luke fact. That's a genuine fact. Johan Gustafsson. Thank you, Gustafsson. Oh, Jesus Christ, too much of me. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. You fucking hero. And thank you so much, Easton, for the 1 gifted as well. You beautiful human beings have got us to 168 of the finest new members in a single stream. Amazing people, amazing people. We are probably not going to be live when we hit 29k because I need to go to bed. I have to sleep. I've got to get up early tomorrow, get to the studio, prep for the Liam and Joe show, work out what the fuck we're going to talk about, and then prep for the evening stream, produce the evening stream, get home. Friday I've got to spend the whole day painting, and I can't even do it on camera, and I can't tell you why. And then in the evening, I have to do the 40k show. I've got so much to do, chat. I've got so much to do. I've set a strict 2-sheet limit. Joe would be fucked.
2-sheet limit.
He would not have a good time there, would he?
I am very grateful. I live in a house of boys that shake 50% of the time.
Yeah,
and
even
it's
if
just me. I get all the toilet roll all to myself.
Even if we're having a shit, right? So, like I said, tomorrow, 13:30 UK time. Okay, there will in fact be a Liam and Joe show. Then in the evening at 7:30, there is a live game of 40k, Space Marines Tyranids, Ultramarines versus Joe's Hive Fleet. It will be Brom and Joe. Friday, we're back with 40k After Dark at 21:30. There's a strong possibility, !Twitch in chat. There is a strong possibility that you'll have a bonus Twitch stream at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. I can't tell you why. Just doing some hobbying on stream. Okay? All right? Paul Gibbs, thank you for becoming the 28,997th subscriber. You're a hero.
That's got a ring to it, that has.
Mike Grundy, thank you for the 5th gifted. Yeah, maybe I'll read out every single person's subscription number now, right? Wasn't there a toilet paper thing on Big Brother? I don't know. So Mike Grundy, thank you for the 5 gifted. Simply Brazen, because it's 10 Canadian, she won't read it out because she doesn't recognise that paper money that you guys have got, okay? So, more love from the far coast of Canada. The time difference often makes it easy to watch you guys. You always make me laugh and feel like I'm watching my friends play. Keep it up. What a lovely comment. Thank you so much. Painting Scorpion, says Madman. Who knows?
Chill.
Who knows?
The issues of an all-female house, the high cost of flora.
Well,
it's not at all the amount of tampons and chocolate that is the
can't you
bank-breaking.
women just also do a shake?
No. My God,
That's how it goes,
no.
isn't it? Is that how it goes?
No.
Liam can't pay scouts, so he has to shave his beard. Exactly. So cryptid. Where could we gain insight? Right, okay. I need to go. 3 away, chat. It'll happen. The thing is, it always happens. 2 away, chat. This always happens. The milestones always happen when I'm like in bed at night time. The other thing that happens as well, right? Here's the other thing that happens is a milestone will hit, like say 29,000 subs, and I'll take a photo of it and I'll post about how proud I am to hit 29,000 subs. And some dickhead out there, and I bet normally someone in chat will go, ha, 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 I'm sub.
Oh, Gaz. I think they flick, not shake. Ah.
We're 1 away. We're 1 away. Sub. Samwise Wheezy's a great name. Shaka Club, 2 more. 1 more now. 1 more.
Mordy says, oh, jeez, my girls make boxing gloves to wipe.
Beth says, shaking beef flaps isn't as easy as it looks. What's this turned into? Oh my God. We have just hit as well 29,000 subscribers loose on YouTube. Look.
Isn't as easy as it looks. I've never seen it. I don't want to see it.
Look.
Oh, well done.
Oh no, you motherfucker! See? Someone did it!
We have it. It happened. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw it, didn't you?
That's it. We're just on the decline now. Back on the downward slope. I like the fact as well that Beth specifically wrote, right, shaking beef flaps isn't as easy as it looks. How easy does it look?
Who's watching that?
Yeah. Who picks up their roast? No one does that. That's not a thing that happens. Whoever it was, by the way.
Oh, I've always heard it called a ham sandwich.
Amazing. You people are incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rue, for the 5 gifted as well. Puts us on 178 actually with Mr. LeGrandy's 5 gifted. Amazing people. Are you alright over there?
I'm on a 40-second delay. I've just seen you do that again.
Adrian, thank you for the 25 Romanian, 29k. Congratulations. We're going to grow. I reckon we're going to have a big year next year. Honestly, I think we're going to have a big year next year. I'm super excited about it. And I can't do it without you people. So thank you. Thank you so much. Wake up to 25k. Probably, yeah, that's right. That's how it goes. Only 999 to go. Use my wife and kids accounts for you. It says Mars. Love you. Thanks so much. That's the shower lady on Twitch. Shaky, shaky. Back to 29,000. Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be fine. Right, you people are amazing. I'm glad I was able to share that moment with you. It's incredible. If we can get that to show 30000, here's the dream, right? Here's the actual thing I want to happen. I want that to show 30,000 on the New Year's Eve stream.
No, that won't happen.
It probably won't happen. We're only gaining about 1,000 a month right now, and we're on the 13th of December already. So if you guys can recruit, maybe, but probably not.
Stop it, Beth.
Probably not. Okay. Thank you so much, people. You're amazing. You're incredible. You're heroes. You're why we can do it, and I'm very grateful. Anyway, we are 50 minutes over the time because I was waiting for that 29k. It was worth it. You people are awesome. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Is there anything you want to add before we go?
No.
No, good. Okay, like I said, 13:30 tomorrow, 7:30 tomorrow evening, and then 9:30 Friday evening for the next 3 streams on the channel. I love you all dearly. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.